Timely. Mysteries about Dracula. Previously, the Eye. The journey continues. And for a bit of supportive context to anyone who's continuing to view this, recording-wise, in the later playlist, re-uploaded, you know, the VODs of the past. There's been a 2-week gap between previous session and this one due to holiday vacations, so I have even less, like, immediately fresh and warm context than usual by which to confront the riddle of legs. What are legs? Do they bend? If so, where? Although on that front as well, another consideration. Before throwing myself back against the wall that is Gate of Illusions. Is that the one thing that did budge last time was here in the spring. Where I finally connected a name in the text to this fellow, and from him went up over there and opened some tubes. It leaves me thinking that perhaps the other hint fragment on the slab I followed for that also refers to something in here by which to unclog an additional tube elsewhere in the spring. So a quick look around for finger pointing. Finger pointing presumably around the lower or mid-left portion of whatever screen it's on. As the objective is that crest over there in the bottom right. I was able to break that one by way of, you know, non-Euclidean false wall that led from directly below where we are right there. So there's perhaps another by which I can reach that. Exploration. Have bought everything available at this fish. 100% fish merchandise. go back and look at recordings and confirm which items those were. To keep them noted and paid attention to. Clever fish. Not much in the way of fingers pointed. Not there. Most pointing I've seen elsewhere is inconclusive. All kinds of pointing here. For the most part, it hasn't responded to stimuli. Also, I wouldn't call these statues pointing. They're offering a hand. Very important to properly classify gestures. Actually, yes, topically, so this is the slab. That got me to the eye. Although the phrasing might suggest that those are both supposed to mean the same thing. But I'd take that as a no, since no fingers were pointing where the fishman wouldn't look. These cause legs to bend. And it is written that one of these statues is a liar. And there appears to be a door in the wall behind this one. Okay, the eyes agree that that is sacred. But are the eyes themselves deceived? Jump in. Jump in, but more different. Nope. Unresponsive. The mysteries. Back to the gate then. The Gate of Illusion, where the Eye of Truth revealed nothing in particular. As always, impressive understanding. Wisely to fool the wise man. Well, goodbye. Godspeed. Bravely bend your knees and jump into light fears. I feel by now I have exhausted most reasonable and unreasonable interpretations of that slab. Nothing new at Mystery Box.
About 1/5 of a translation of the older tongue, of which the yet older have yet to appear.
Where, stopping to look at it, this is a one-to-one substitution of characters. So I could proceed to get feisty and collect the portion of the alphabet that I have here. And then get partial manual translations of other more old tongue slabs. If we can take any of those and have substituted most of the common characters, that should get most of their meaning across. I do suspect this will add up to less time that it will take to conduct whatever arcane rituals are necessary. To get my hands on the other 4 samples, 9 samples, 200 samples. And by the looks of that, the M is actually like a double wide character rather than being the same size as any of the single glyphs that I'd seen. As well bring the mouse cursor over here to brandish at. You can see that repeated there, there. Over here, that's our O, making this entire collection of lines into our M. Which, while I'm looking at it there, I may as well cross-reference with some of the mystery symbols we've seen around elsewhere, on the off chance that there's overlap. Since while we're getting into this, who knows, maybe one of these will be the letters that appeared at the giant button. None yet. But perhaps. And some of these almost hook into each other when side by side. This word being mountain kind of scrunches together a lot of things. The real archaeology starts here. Like my eyes are parsing this right. This. I bet there is the T in mountain. Yeah, this is M-O. And how much of these, how much of that is the U and how much of that is the N? Is the question. These are like permitted to intrude on each other's personal space when written side by side. Well, there's enough other letters around that I can cross-reference. Elsewhere, like, yeah, that N has this kind of... the hook, these two scratches, and this sideline over here. Trailing edge. Where from elsewhere, this little... flip Y, Wiggle above it. That's the D. So also to track back from there, so only this much of the character, and everything to the left of there is part of the A. Or rather, no, there's the I wedged in here, this hook bit. That's A. As seen over here in War. That just in between them, just that slash U, that's A. That's I. That's I, yes. Calligraphy. Yeah, this is holding up, where changes is the first word that we already have all the letters from earlier in the sentence. That's all lining up, that's all consistent, but I'm beginning to scribble down. Gives us R, if we start here over. This bit here, the V upon V. Yep, lines up as well for form, which we have all there. This gives us L. L and V. Where, yeah, the O in this one does, like, directly join into lines in the adjacent characters. Over here in Blood, you can see pretty cleanly a pair of O's. The upper hook there does end in that case, but here, it's fusing directly into this other character. And off of that, what of this I think I've managed to isolate as the V. Kind of this bit up here, and then this trailing mark. It would probably be easier to describe all of this if I knew more calligraphy words or fragments of shapes of text. That feels more familiar. That looks like bits of those symbols we've seen elsewhere. Leaves me wondering if any of the sage's marks are assembled out of this stuff. Yeah, the construct forms the top half of that letter. That resembles half of the mystery glyph over on the Giants button. Kind of X that's been split in half. Go ahead and collect B, front of blood. Showing that the L is kind of this column here. Forked bit, and those two lines. Those form the L, leaving all of these. Here, letter B. Got ourselves a W off the head of war. It's actually sitting nice and cleanly out there. Swage doesn't give us any new characters. Anger doesn't add new characters. Doesn't appear to be any punctuation in the ancient script side of things. All these lines are accounted for in the letters. There's no, like, distinct recurring fragment at the ends of lines of text. Like, maybe if you really squint at it, this and this and this all kind of have a tiny bit of a foot. And we can get our final scraps of data out of Prey here at the end. Cross-reference with the end of anger. Sure I have the limits of that R right. I have misattributed. Yeah, let's cover up since like that and that. Those are E. E is a very simple glyph. Those aside, right of the cursor now. Let's go ahead and redraw that one from scratch. Okay, I missed out on this little trailing bit here on the previous record. Where did I get that from? Form? Probably. Yeah, that's the first R in the text. I accidentally add anything to the M from missing that. Probably not. Got a clean lead in on an M from mountain. Yeah, that's consistent there. Or is that our punctuation mark? That might be comma. And then little hook itself, our period. That is consistent. There, there, and there. This and this, part of the R. That is part of the preceding letter. And then everything right of the cursor here. Less the punctuation, that is our Y. So from this sample of text, I am missing only J, K, Q, X, and Z. That is much more than 1/5 of the script. Algorithms. Quick science math, and then we go test this. See if we can generate some non-gibberish out of any older tongue slab. Like the one off this way. Got this one over here. Yes, this is mystery language. It is itself missing some words. There's gaps here in the physical text. There's our space between our now recognized punctuation marks. Here we go. Hard mode of slab reading. Well, first let me just... There. To allow for music. So what we are looking at here... Opening with the, okay, that's a good start. What else have we got there? Keeping in mind that then, you know, going reverse-wise here, if I encounter a character that is not on my currently available Rosetta, that must be one of the remaining letters, unless they, you know, take this to the next level and add non-Roman letters, which would then, you know, break with everything else if they just by coincidence have given me a slab that contained only Roman letters, and suddenly start throwing in things that translate into Greek or Cyrillic or Norse runes. Powerful software. So I have this character. I suppose just to work around it, what other characters do I have in its vicinity? Assemble the word out of what is known. This itself has been made difficult by there being many repeated structures. Pretty sure this one's a Y. Off on its own here. Suppose I have a Y in the middle of that word. And then work out from there. Which is something I like, stopping to look at this in detail to burn time, but you know, some good graphic design work went into making this feel like a script. There's a lot of recurring structure, a lot of the similar levels of ambiguity quirks that exist in many real written systems. I think that's an L at the end of this word. Although, considering it now, actually, the better medium in which to do this scribbling, which is then also itself more easily integrated into the live broadcast, is I should be doing this digitally. The old text editor. Which I can then proceed to embed. There we go. Let the science begin. And I can even visually sort of start to lay it together. Not that that will stay in line for long as I start adding more letters, but to follow along at home. Let me just go ahead and adjust that font itself. White on blue, not exactly the best configuration. At least not in its current state. Hold that. There we go, just make it nice and meaty. That's a start. And there, just give it a little bit of a backing to highlight it. Or when the window is in focus for thinking about glyphs. Let's see here. All my fellows with this little hook bit at the bottom. Right, that's a U. Then leaves left of that. The upper portion is joined. That might be our F. Then to re-examine the front of this. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. That's an O, and that is something I don't have, of which one of the missing letters is J. So let's just go ahead and hypothesize, as that would result in the joyful. And then get that letter down tentatively. Very slim, very vertical. Be nice to find it in another environment so I can get a cleaner snapshot of it. Moving along, though. That's H. HEA. leaving this mass over here. Well, I know what those letters are. That's well documented. We have months of data on that. Well described as the common sphere. This is either over stuff here. Either this is two characters slammed into each other, or it is one of my remaining mystery characters. Just leave a space there for the moment. There we have I guess, yeah, just a helpful is. The joyful is what? Another Y at the end of that word. How many V's on top of V's? Some linked, some not. Some near enough that's very... Like, look at these two sitting side by side. Like, it's a disjointed Y on top of a V, linked on the right side, next to disjointed Y on top of joined Y, maybe not connected there. Fonts of the ancients. Okay, that second one, pretty sure that's L. And then with that to judge off of, plausible that that word is pearly. Yes, because white is written there. may need to choose a different width of font to somehow correspond with how thin all of these letters are. That might work out once I resolve what this is. And just be sure about my breakdown here. W. There's H. 2 notches, and then like a gamma down there. I with the U over the slash. E with the little kind of bird slash, and then hook and slash for E. Joyful is pearly white, comma. Moving on. The something else. The is going to show up often enough that eyes should quickly learn to parse it. Like, there's another, there's another, there's another. Here's the. That's him. There he be. The. And doing it this way, I don't know which of these words would be highlighted in different colors in the actual mechanical translation, lending all of them equal potential value, as clues to the mysteries. What are you here? Well, I can work backwards from some of the letters here. They're easier to isolate. An N near the back there. And that's another T. Wait, hold on, this is... Yeah, that's not another E there after the... It has a foot. There's more of perhaps an O? That's definitely you. UENT. Working back to there. It might be a W? Or a single U. Q is one of my remaining mystery letters I've yet to identify, so if that's eloquent, it would give me that something between this and these lines. Oh, not EL. These lines here would be my missing Q. Maybe. Have anything is open a hook like that. Right now I'm supposing that's O, supposing that this bit here is not part of this preceding letter, but part of the following letter. But then, like, this and the hook together, that would be my hypothetical Q, my alleged Q. And it would not match the description of any of my existing characters in that family. No, so let's go ahead and suppose that's Q. Little kind of hook, side mouth, lower portion. And then some portion of this as the upper section. Where also for convenience I can start recognizing where is. That's an is, and that's an is, and that's an is. Several is. We're seeing here a list of items. For the most part. Go ahead and start to bring some of the further lines in there. Space them out a little. Up here. Back at it again. A baby R T? Baby R maybe T? Close to R and T. Which seems strange since pair T. Not a word that's close to many words though. But what's jammed over there doesn't much resemble the L that I have there. Plus the R is something else. The further possibility is that this altogether may itself be a new letter. I'm still missing K, and peak is a word. The eloquent peak. And we'll move on and circle back to that and find another block resembling exactly this elsewhere. Lend some credence to it. For now, apply more of what's known. To the extent that anything is known. Bend your legs to sit down, get comfortable, and bravely leap into the illusion that is your ignorance of the world around you. Defy the lying goddess that is false wisdom. this structure here, but the one very tall downward line from the upper track to the lower track, that seems new. Don't have noticeable letters that seem to do that. What is a continuous strip? Or, wait, no. Yeah, I do. That's plausibly a C. C after probably an A. The A is pretty distinctive from the remaining characters, like unless you can see like a sub-pixel of a gap in this one. That isn't present on, or is present on other A's. Alright. Briefly snapping back to look at this. Alright, yeah, I think I can now convincingly see this as two letters. This is RT, side by side. They fuse very well. But the joyful heart is pearly white. Sounds entirely in place for slab text. Especially given that elsewhere we have mention of various gemstones being significant and being affiliated with emotions, states of thought. So this could be a supplement to the list of gems found elsewhere in the temple. Well, in the ruins. Only some of its portions are temples. Don't fall into that trap of just knee-jerk classifying everything you see as a ritual site. Spiritual significance. It's archaeologist, for we don't know what that is. It's a people thing? Shrug? And I also have to confront here expectations as to what degree this is a font in which every identical character will look the same, or to what degree some amount of wiggle room may exist in the lettering within the digital medium. Pretty sure this is another P, but you can see that this, well, this one, the lower line has a bit more of a bend to it, there's a bit more of a hump. Whereas here, it's straight across and then down. But does that make this a different symbol, or does that make it the carver sneezed while putting this letter in, but had a steady hand for this one? Many of these letters are so deviously similar to each other. Keep in mind that that's a C. Bit over here on the end. This little gamma. And this little kind of hammer bit. Where do I have that? Where do I have gamma hammer as a letter? Further complicating things is the margin of error to which I recorded these symbols initially when getting my first sample. Wait, yeah, okay. Yes, yes. And this thing that confuses me, one of my missing letters that remains is K. So if we're talking about the thing is color. Yes, that's B, that's L. So the eloquent something is black. Take down Gamma Hammer. It's tentatively meaning K. I have to squint at you until knowledge falls out of these scribbles. Right now, my only remaining missing characters are X and Z. At the end. This of just a bird over a slash. It resembles T. And Pert is also not a word, so probably reevaluate one of these other letters. May not be what I thought it was. First pass. Or right, of course. Here, look here, yes, those are the same word. Talking about hearts. And likewise again, repeated down here. Talking about a series of hearts. Likewise here and there. And again, down here. And over here, yep. That usual, very repetitive phrasing of statements on these slabs. That's it. So, heart has a something. And may as well get the leading bit of this word that is broken. Where that is something S. Or wait, yeah? Yeah, that's another is. Yeah, alright, yeah, that's the is before what I've recorded as this gap. There's two gaps after an is. Series of colors of heart. Right, I was trying to reach for the, like, bounding boxes on the text object in the stream layout, but with my cursor still over on the thing that is being captured. We work to add that human touch that machine translation just can't deliver. Well, let me adjust that again. For those playing along at home, I want to be sure the original script there remains at least partially visible. We have a complete first line of this lap. The joyful heart is pearly white, the eloquent heart is black. The next word, heart. Let's see. S-I... N, so probably the sinful heart. Go ahead and verify that before committing it though. S-I-N. No, we're going somewhere else here. S-I-N-C. Sincere, maybe, instead. The opposite. Alright, yep, sincere. Been getting into some strong lettering here. Eventually develop confidence as to what some of these especially narrow characters are. In particular, L and R are very similar. Like, slight angling on the one slash up here. All it sets them apart. And the one has more of a gamma for the lower section, and the other has more of a V. That is purple. See that double S in there. And a trailing L. And this will be split upper section. U. It's full. Where's this? Is this not another H? Or no, wait. Comparing it to the wrong letter. Yeah, alright, that's a B. Yeah, blissful. Blissful heart. The blissful heart is gap, is word damaged. And over here, something else heart is. Yeah, go ahead and get that comma in there. Check mark. Scratch. But not the T. Different from T. Maybe more Y, but why? I've recorded that as being slanted the other way. And also we have the sample Y over there in joyful. Yeah, what you can see there, it's very distinctively back to the other direction. Also a much larger upper section on the Y character. Are you? Where thankfully all of this has remained very coherent enough to nail down that there's not like cases of any of these characters. The mono case font. There's no large or small versions of these glyphs. R-E. Okay, this... Alright, yeah, there's... Alright, that's pure. Just a case of several very busy letters being next to each other, blurring all of the lines. Your heart is... Where? Okay, so we do have another repeated word. Yes, 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 yes. Your heart is white. A double S in here. Passionate. Passionate heart is red. Passionate heart is blood. And as I have more confirmed characters on the screen, I get to do less cross-referencing with this page of sketches and more cross-referencing with the other known letters. Right, there we go. Another helpful word to have constructed. There's and, where A, our distinctive kind of reverse music note. And when you have it isolated, sort of looks like a little cartoon face with the tail of a speech bubble making its way out. Two eyes, open mouth, trailing line, and bird. For gamma, that's our D. So the A. Ending in a something E. ATE there. N. No. Something Nate. Guess the out from elsewhere that this mess is all one letter. Or wait, no, that's. Returning back to notes. Affectionate. The affectionate heart is word missing. Every heart has a every heart has a color. Just concluding statement of slab summary. To be noted in the logs, and still from that no sign of what X or Z are. Those remain the unsolved mystery characters. But they're also among the least common letters, so not a big problem. I'll just kind of put like an asterisk next to note of this slab. To signify that I've sequence broken it by manual transcription. Thus, science is done. Dracula!